Hi, welcome back to Spotlight on the Arts. I'm Jay Handelman, the arts editor and theater critic at the Herald-Tribune. I'm here with Dahlia, one of our arts writers, and we're going to share a few ideas of things you might want to check out. It's a kind of slow week right now. We're sort of in this lull before the season really picks up, but there are things to do, and we're going to share some thoughts with you about what you can do in the arts. So why don't you get us started?
I think there's maybe a lull because a lot of things are starting up again right now. So the Ringling College of Art and Design has an annual faculty exhibition, which is starting this week on the 16th. And all the different faculty members are invited to submit works, and it doesn't have to necessarily be whatever it is they teach. So a computer artist teacher might submit a painting, or a painter might submit a piece of computer design. Right. So there's not really a limit to what you can see and what they can do there. So that's really exciting. That is in the Willis Smith Gallery at the Academic Center on campus, and will be running until October 5th.
It's interesting that we don't see what these teachers or professors do in their classrooms or what they necessarily teach, so you get to see their work. It's like you watch actors on TV and then you see them in something totally different and say, oh, I didn't know they could do that. So we don't have the benefit of all that background, but it's worth taking a look and seeing something about what they're capable of doing. At the Manatee Players, they're opening their second stage, the Kiwanis Studio Theater season, with A.R. Gurney's comedy Sylvia, which is about a man who goes out to the park. He's sort of not retired, but he's sort of ending his career. The kids are out of the house, but at the same time his wife is getting busier at her own job. He starts spending some time at the park, and he meets a dog named Sylvia, who's played by Brittany Klepper. And he adopts Sylvia and brings her home, and because Sylvia is played by an actual woman, she sort of becomes a threat to his wife because she's demanding a lot of attention. So it's like an affair with a dog, but don't take that the wrong way.
Is this a comedy?
It's a comedy.
Okay.
A.R. Gurney writes a lot of comedy of manners and contemporary mores and things, and this production is part of the Manatee Performing Arts Center's Action Through Acting program. So they partner with different nonprofits during the year to tie in. So for this show, because it's about a dog, is partnering with the Manatee County Humane Society. So they'll have a table there with information, and people can make donations or learn more about it.
Will they have a table there with dogs?
I don't know.
That's a great idea.
They haven't told me. Maybe they'll have some real dogs. Maybe they don't want to give too much competition to the actress who's playing one. That may not be fair to her if she has to compete with the real thing. But anyway, what's next?
More comedy, actually. The Charlotte Players is hosting their Comedy for a Cause event, in which a bunch of local personalities, people from around the city, will be taking the stage with their various talents in order to raise money for the theater, for their all of the things that they're doing over there. It's going to be hosted at the Charlotte Harbor Event and Conference Center in Punta Gorda, and you can go for just the show, or you can also get dinner beforehand, and there's a ticket price for that as well. And that's on September 16th.
And they've got radio personalities and people from the fire department and the community foundation, all sorts of people, and they're also raising money themselves. Like, they have their own websites. If you go to the charlotteplayers.org website, you can learn more about it. Since there's not a lot of other new things, we thought we would share some of the things that are taking leave this weekend, some of which we've mentioned quite a few times.
Yes.
But this is the last weekend of Breadcrumbs at the Urbanite Theater. It's a play I really enjoyed, which is why I've mentioned it several times. And it's also the last weekend at Florida Studio Theater for a new original play they're doing called Last Rites, which is part of their For the Ages program, where they've interviewed lots of people in the area about their attitudes and views about aging. And this one's focused on death and dying with dignity and how people cope after loved ones pass on. It's kind of a stimulating, actually kind of surprisingly humorous show, though obviously with serious consequences. And then there's also at the Venice Theatre, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which you got to see.
I got to see it. It was fantastic. If you haven't seen it yet, please go see it. I don't know how to succinctly describe how magical it was. Like, it was just such an entertaining, amazing evening for me. Because I really enjoy that story, and I love seeing community theater done well as it was at the Venice Theatre.
So that's great. And all those shows are closing on Sunday on the 18th if they're matinees. So if you have time, check them out.
So that's all we have for you this week. You can read about these stories and what's coming up next on heraldtribune.com/ticket or /erks. And we'll see you next week.
That's our new website, so be sure to check it out.